Hey everyone, welcome to my video on Adobe Premiere Pro Basics. In this video, we're going to go over all the things you have to know to edit your first video. The first thing you have to do is open up Premiere Pro. I'm currently using the 2022 version. When the application has opened up, click New Project. A window will pop up where you have to choose a project name. In this case, I'm going to name it Premiere Pro Basics Tutorial. Then we have to choose a project location. So I'm going to go over to my desktop, create a folder, and name that folder Premiere Pro Basics Tutorial Project. Then we're going to open up that folder, create a new folder named Video. Then we're going to transfer our video file into that folder. Then we're going to create another folder named Audio and transfer the audio file into that folder. When you have done that, you can exit this folder, go back into Premiere Pro, click Project Location, then choose Location, go over to your desktop, double-click that folder, and click Choose. Now you click Create, and the new project will open up. Before we do anything, we have to create a new sequence, since this is an empty project. To do that, we go to File, New, and Sequence. Here you can either choose an available preset or make a custom one. To make a custom sequence, click Settings. For editing mode, we're going to choose Custom. In time base, we're going to choose the frame rate that matches our clip. In my case, I have a 25 frames per second clip, so I'm going to select 25 frames per second. Frame size is currently 1920 by 1080. I'm going to leave it at that since my clip is 1080p. And the rest is going to stay just as it is. Feel free to pause the video right now to make sure your settings are the same. Let's name the sequence PPBT Sequence 1 and click OK. Now we have officially created our sequence, and you can find it here in the Project tab in the lower left corner. You can change the list view to Icon or Freedom View by pressing these icons. But before we start editing, I'm going to go over all the things you can currently see on the screen. Right here, we have the playback area where your video will play once you have it in your timeline. Right here, we have the effects controls. So if you have to add or change some effects, you can do that here. Then, like I said before, here we have our project where we will import and organize all of our media, such as video and audio files. Here we have all of our essential tools. And then up here in the corner, we have our workspace layouts. So let's say we're going to do some audio editing. You click Audio. For color correction, click Color. One tip. If your layout looks a little bit different, or maybe you've moved some of the panels, you can always click that icon again and click Reset to save the layout. Now we have gone over most of the important things on the screen, so we can start the editing. First, we're going to go into our project and make two folders. Right click and select New Bin. Name the first one Video and the second one Audio. To import the files, double click on the folders, right click and select Import. Locate your files, select them, and click Import again. Now we're going to do the same for the audio folder. To import your clips into your timeline, you can either drag and drop them onto the timeline. That way you'll import the whole clip. Or if you only want to import a specific part of the clip, double-click on the file, scroll through, and find where you would like the clip to begin, and press I to make an in point. Then scroll to the part where you would like the clip to end and press O to make an out point, and then drag and drop onto your timeline. When you have your clip on your timeline, you can start to get into the editing part. If you click the selection tool, you can move the clip between video tracks. You can also click on it and mess around in the effects controls, but we will go deeper into that later in the video. To cut clips, you have to use the eraser tool. By selecting that, you can click anywhere on your clip and it'll cut the clip in half. But let's get into the effects controls now. So up here, you can change the position, so the X and Y axis, zoom in and out, rotate the clip, and change the opacity, amongst other things. Let's say you want to speed up or slow down your clip. To do that, right-click on the clip and select Speed/Duration. Here you can enter a speed percentage, and if you want to make the clip reverse, you can select reverse speed right here. Now let's get into the audio editing. To add an audio file onto your timeline, you do the exact same as we did with video file. Either drag and drop from here, or drag and drop from up here after selecting an in and out point. If you want to change the volume levels on the audio clip, you can simply click on it, go up to the effects controls, and change the levels right here. Let's get into the effects and transitions now. To add them, you have to go to the effects panel over here, select the type of effect or transition you want, and then drag and drop onto your clip or audio file. If you want to temporarily disable the effect you just put on, simply press the FX button. And if you want to delete the effect, click on the effect and press the delete button. To add voiceover, you go over to the timeline, find a spot where your recording should start, then go over to one of your audio tracks, click the microphone, and a timer will start to count down. When you're done recording the audio, click the microphone again. Now I'm going to show you how to add text to your clips. To do that, you have to go over to your workspace layouts and click Captions and Graphics. Then click on the Type tool and click on the Playback area and write your text. In the essential graphics, you can, for example, change the size, font, alignment, everything. You can change the duration of the text by dragging the ends of the layer. You can also do that to your video and audio file. To export your finished project, you go to File, Export, and click Media. Here you can name your project. I'm going to keep the name I created in the beginning. For the location, I'm going to click here, create a new folder named Export, and click Save. For the preset, I'm leaving it as Match Source High Adaptive Bitrate for now, but later on it will change to Custom since we will be making some changes. Format is going to be H.264, since that is what's used most of the time for videos on the internet. Click the arrow here, make sure Match Source is checked, then click on the three dots and make sure to check Render at maximum depth and use maximum render quality. And now you'll see that the preset has changed to Custom. Now click Export and wait for the program to finish that task. When it's done, your video should be in the Export folder in the Project folder. Thank you so much for watching this Premiere Pro basic tutorial. Hopefully you know all the basic things to edit your first video. Goodbye.